Hello students, good morning. Today we will see in this video uh, for class 10 quadratic polynomial under polynomial chapter, second chapter. So first of all we will introduce the heading quadratic polynomial, what does it mean, and then we will see what are the relationship between their zeros and coefficients. So let us start students here. Quadratic polynomial is such a polynomial whose degree is 2 and its general form is ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0, because if we put a equal to 0, then the first term will become 0 and the remaining terms bx plus c will be a linear polynomial. That's why here the condition is given a is not equal to 0. But the condition for b and c, such conditions for b and c are not given, which clearly indicates that b and c may be 0, may not be 0, but a can't be 0. Okay, now a, b and c are numbers from real number family, so we say a, b and c are real numbers, and a is coefficient of x square, b is coefficient of x, and c is constant term. These things you have read in your earlier classes 8 and 9. So this is the introductory part about the quadratic polynomial. Since it has degree 2, so quite natural it is equal to the number of zeros in it. So degree 2, it means it has two zeros named alpha and beta. Okay student, now what are the relationship which exist in case of quadratic polynomial? There are two relations. First is alpha plus beta, which is actually sum of zeros, and it is equal to minus b by a. So we say sum of zeros is equal to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Now second relation is alpha into beta, that is product of zeros, is equal to c by a, or we can say product of zeros is equal to constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Okay student, now these two relationship you must memorize, because it will be needed in solving the rider problem of exercise 2.2. So let us take example from our NCERT book, that is from exercise 2.2. There is instruction that find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify or establish the relationship between zeros and coefficient. So here the work is in two parts to perform. First, to find the zeros for given polynomial, and secondly to establish the relationship between these zeros and their coefficients. So let us take one by one these things. First example, I am taking the polynomial is x square minus 2x minus 8. Clearly it is quadratic polynomial as it has degree 2. So to find its zeros, first of all, what we have to do, first we will factorize this polynomial, and factorization of such polynomials is done either using identity, suitable identity, or by splitting the middle term. You have learned in class 8 and 9 also. In this way you will get two factors, x minus 4 and x plus 2. After that you should write, to get its zeros both factors should be equal to 0. So we made x minus 4 equal to 0 and x plus 2 equal to 0. In this way we have got two values of x, and you know the value of variable is called zeros. So two zeros of this polynomial are 4 and minus 2. So here we finished the first part of the work. Now we start the second part, that is verification of relationships. For this, what we should do, we should write again the given polynomial as I have written here, x square minus 2x minus 8, which indicates that here a is 1, that is on the place of a there is no number, it means there is 1. B already given minus 2, as you are viewing the middle term is minus 2x, which is on the place of bx, so clearly b is minus 2. And in place of c there is minus 8, so c is minus 8. So we must write these things. Now take the first relation, that is sum of zeros. Many students do this work in different way, that is not the right way, because they just in starting write the formula that sum of 0 equal to minus b by a. No, actually this should not be done. The way is to verify the relationship or to establish the relationship. It means we have to take the zeros, two zeros so calculated above, and starting from taking from these two zeros we have to bring the relationship that when these are added, that is sum of zeros, then it comes finally minus b by a. We have to bring this relation, we have to establish this. So I have taken in that way sum of zeros, that means the two zeros should be added here. So 4 plus minus bracket 2, which ultimately gives 2. Now 2 can be written as minus minus 2, which ultimately means 2, divided by 1, because there is nothing in the denominator, so 1 is hidden. In this way finally we have written sum of zeros is equal to minus under bracket minus 2 by 1, and then the outside minus is here remains, and for bracket minus 2, since we have written here b equal to minus 2, so in place of minus 2 we write b, and 1 is our a, so by a. In this way we come to here that sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a. So we have derived this. Now second, product of zeros means the two zeros what we obtained earlier, we must multiply them. So 4 into minus 2, that is equal to minus 8, and minus 8 is again minus 8 by 1. Now you see minus 8 is here, minus 8 is here c, so here c, so we write in place of minus 8, in lieu of minus 8 we write c, and in place of a we write, in place of 1 we write a. In this way we get product of zeros equal to c by a. What is the relation? Always in quadratic polynomial we have got this relation. Now we take the other page to have the more example of such case. So here you see second one. Second one, I have taken that 4u square plus 8u is the given polynomial, which is quadratic as degree is 2. So the way is same, to factorize first to get zeros. So here factorization is some other type. You just take common 4u since it is present in both the term, then in bracket it will be u plus 2. So these two are factors, 4u and u plus 2. To get it 0, you make these factors equal to 0, and finally you are getting u equal to 0 and minus 2. Therefore 0 and minus 2 are its zeros. Now relationship sum of zeros, so we will add these two, 0 plus minus 2 ultimately is equal to minus 2, which is minus 2 by 1. We multiply both the terms, minus 2 by 1 by 4, and then ultimately we get minus 8 by 4. Why we have done this? Since our a is 4, so denominator should be 4, so that's why we have multiplied both the term by 4. Finally we have got minus 8 by 4, which is ultimately equal to minus b by a. Now second part is product of zeros, that is equal to 4 into minus 2, sorry, 0 into minus 2 because our two zeros are 0 and minus 2. So product of zeros means 0 into minus 2 ultimately, which is 0, and 0 can be written as 0 by 4, so which gives us C by A, as C is in this example 0 and A is 4. So in this way relationship is verified. Now we take the third example from NCERT book, that is t square minus 15 is the given polynomial. It is having degree 2, so it will have also two zeros. To find zeros, first we have to factorize, and this question is based on identity, so we use identity a square minus b square. So writing the question in form of t square, and for 15 it is root 15 square. So setting on a square minus b square, now we have two factors, t plus root 15 and t minus root 15. To get its zeros, again we will make both the factors equal to 0, that is t plus root 15 equal to 0 and t minus root 15 equal to 0. And finally we got the values of t variable, that is minus root 15 and root 15. So these two are its zeros. Therefore we conclude that minus root 15 and root 15 are its two zeros. Now verification. So for this we again write the polynomial t square minus 15, and seeing this polynomial we note a equal to 1, b equal to 0, as there is no bx term, and c is minus 15. So first relation is sum of zeros. It means we have to add these two zeros, that is minus root 15 plus root 15, which finally gives 0, and 0 means 0 but by 1, and we can write it minus under bracket 0 by 1, because 0 has no sign. If we put minus, then no problem will be. And finally on comparing these from this we get minus b by a, so sum of zeros again comes minus b by a. Now for product of zeros, we take the product of two zeros, that is minus root 15 into root 15, ultimately equal to minus 15, and that is equal to minus 15 by 1. And now if we compare from here, you will get c by a, which should be in the product of zeros. So we have seen, taking these three examples, that relationships, what we have noted earlier, that always in a quadratic polynomial two relation will be there. We can derive for any given quadratic polynomial these two relation, and the relation you should memorize, that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha into beta equal to c by a, that is sum of zeros equal to minus b by a and product of zeros equal to c by a. Okay student, now let us stop. Hope that this video is well clear for our students, and every point, every concept you have got in a better way. And again we will meet in the next video, but don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe. Thank you students. Okay.